GMOG Sports TV back with another one. So, before I start, if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. This channel is all about boxing from an unbiased, objective perspective. You already know what it is. All right, so according to Boxing Scene, Danny Garcia says his next fight should be on pay-per-view. Now that's interesting, because his last fight was against Adrian Granados in Carson, California, at the now called Dignity Center Park or something like that. It was called the StubHub Center, but they changed the name to Dignity Health Park or some shit like that. But yeah, man, you know, pay-per-view, that's interesting, right? Your last fight was against Adrian Granados. You stopped him. You didn't sell out the arena. The numbers weren't disclosed in terms of how many tickets were sold or even the viewership numbers. They weren't released to the public, right? That's for a reason, because you guys took a loss on that fight in terms of return on investment, ROI. Now, Danny Garcia, it's obviously, well, at least to me, Danny Garcia is not a pay-per-view attraction. He's not a pay-per-view star. However, he can be on a pay-per-view fight attached to the right name, a la Manny Pacquiao, right? So if he can get a fight with Manny Pacquiao, even Errol Spence, yeah, you know, he can be on pay-per-view. But you can't fight another Adrian Granados talking about you want to be on pay-per-view. You know, you can't fight those type of oppositions. You can't fight those guys. You need a name. You need a name that's bigger than you to be on pay-per-view. But you can't carry pay-per-view by yourself. Absolutely not. You don't have the metrics. You don't have the numbers. You don't have the it factor. You don't have nothing going on. Even I like to see a rematch between you and Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fight, but it's not a pay-per-view worthy fight. Again, Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao, those are pay-per-view worthy fights in my estimation. But yeah, Danny Garcia has an upcoming fight against, let me get the guy's name right, because I always butcher these people's names. Ivan Redkach. That's going to be next week. Well, actually, the 25th. So, depends on how he looks. You know, he has to me, he has to pretty much dominate this guy. You haven't fought in almost a year since your last fight was April of last year against Adrian Granados. So, you got to look spectacular, man, to even have a, you know, to even have some kind of thought of being on pay-per-view by yourself. But, of course, we know, at least I know, that you can't carry pay-per-view by yourself. You know, you can't, you know. So it is what it is, man. You know, like I said, Danny Garcia, he needs his name attached to guys like Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao to be on pay-per-view. Otherwise, he can't be on pay-per-view at all. He doesn't have the metrics or numbers or nothing to carry a fight on pay-per-view. Not besides the fact that, you know, the pay-per-view format is obsolete. And, you know, even if you decide to be the #1 pay-per-view star, people aren't buying pay-per-views like that no more. For one fight, for $80, $80 to $100. Nobody's doing that no more. You know, people are streaming stuff now. It's all about streaming now. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, family. Those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below. GMOG Sports TV, signing out. Peace.